Next up, YAYAYA. Rachael Young, come on up to the stage. Hello.
Hi.
Good to see you again. Here's your microphone, and there's your timer.
Okay. So real quick, like a fun quiz, I need a call and response. You say yeah or no, okay? Are you ready? Yeah. All right, maybe you've heard of cola nut. Yeah. Have you heard of guarana? Yeah. Guayusa? Yeah. Cacao? Yeah. Have you heard of yerba mate? Yeah. Coffee? Yeah. Tea? Yeah, right? You might know them as beverages, but those are 7 out of only 8 plants on the entire planet to contain caffeine, viable amounts of caffeine and theobromine. You're familiar with caffeine, but theobromine is most famous as the happiness, mood-boosting drug in cacao until now. I'm Rachael Young. I'm an ethnobotanist and founder of YAYAYA. I'm here to introduce you to the wonderful world of yaupon and get you feeling and saying YAYAYA. Yaupon is ours. It's the native North American energy. It's the only plant native to this continent to contain those aforementioned phytochemicals. It's the most euphoric theobromine and caffeine experience, the most nootropic one, and the one that is true to our call-out and elevated vibe. YAYAYA is technically not tea, but it behaves like a tea on the shelves, and it's very tea-like, and is what's now known as plant-based energy. It works for that. It's also the best dry nightlife option and alcohol alternative. Yaupon was known as the drink of social wellness by native North Americans who drank it for thousands of years. It's new and exciting and yet ancient, and it's been right here in front of our faces this whole time. YAYAYA is a state of mind. It's a functional beverage that offers a lifestyle of happiness without slowing down, high vibes in a mundane world. I just launched 3 weeks ago, statewide in Central Market. We're in the Fairmont Hotel. We've partnered with Sweet Green for their Texas launch. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well done. Thanks so much. You can step off, and the judges will have some feedback for you. All right, Mike, if you like YAYAYA, say yeah.
Yeah. I get that Flaming Lips song stuck in my head every time I see this. I think this beverage needs to, you got to partner with them. You have to figure out how to license that. This beverage just needs to figure out what it is, what it wants to be. Is it a plant-based tonic? I think maybe they could, be a part of that category. The packaging isn't quite the same as that entire category, but this would be a good entry there. I like this.
All right, Bill, in terms of yaupon, sort of still a bleeding-edge ingredient, emerging category for beverages. What do you think of the opportunity potential?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to hinge a lot on consumer education to familiarize consumers with what exactly that ingredient is. But I like the product overall. I thought it was really great tasting. The one nit I would call out on the label, it took a little bit of study to figure out that it was actually a tea. I mean, you look at it visually, it appears as a tea, but doesn't appear to immediately jump out on the label.
Philippe, the ingredient is yaupon. Again, still not a very well-known ingredient among the broad community of consumers. In terms of an investable proposition, what do you think of YAYAYA?
I love the founder's energy. I think the verbal pitch, sold me, right, as the consumer. After hearing that, I want to try it. I want to learn more about the ingredient. I want the functionality. I wish that was reflected on the packaging. So if you can take that pitch and ferment it down to a few keywords and few value propositions on the package to tell the consumer just what you told the crowd here today, I think it would vastly improve the packaging and the appeal, shelf grabbability, so to speak, of the product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mario, a lot talked about the packaging. An elevated vibe is the tagline. What are your general thoughts in terms of the branding and package design?
I think the packaging is close, but needs a little bit of work. I like the elevated vibe. That I get that energy. I want to take the founder on the road, and I mean, she needs to tell her story and bring it to life, and I want to see that energy on the package. She's amazing, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing that kind of stood out was in terms of the functionality, it's descriptive functionality versus just saying, this is for your, this is for focus, or et cetera, et cetera. What do you think of that descriptive approach for a function?
I think it works, and I like it. It's playful, so that works for me.
Great feedback.